He was telling on me, so I never wanted to steal nothing because I didn't want to go to jail. I'm not made for jail. Y'all know this. Like, I can't take jail.
They be telling you too juicy.
Bro, I couldn't be in jail. So
like, you juicy, ain't you?
But without me being a parent, I don't know what I would do, to be honest.
Can I get a drop of juice
I guess
today?
we'll have to wait and see when I become a parent. But thank you guys so much for tapping in today to Jamming with Juice. It was a really great discussion. Ben, I hope your voice heals up by tomorrow, broski.
For real.
It's amazing.
All right.
Next time you got to pay me.
It's your girl, Noni Juice. Always keeping it juicy. That's been jamming. Shout out to DJ Brother Z today. Hopping in here with me. I absolutely loved it. Got to do that more often. Period. Now, sip on that, y'all. The Tori Love Show is up next.
Get the truth and nothing but the truth with Sherwin Hughes every weekday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 a.m. WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
101.7 The Truth and Associated Bank have teamed up for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, we'll be giving away $6,000 worth of free commercial advertising for 3 months to 5 Black businesses. To sign up for your business's chance to win $6,000 of commercial campaign marketing on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That's blackbusinessgiveback.com. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure on the truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank, member FDIC.
Truth Nation, it is Denise Thomas from Truth Be Told with DT and Telly, and I am so excited for you to tune in to our monthly interview with Old National Bank. Old National Bank will be joining us to discuss why they are so committed to supporting women and people of color-owned businesses, while also discussing their Empowerment Loan Program, which can provide your business access to funds up to $5 million. So don't miss our Truth Be Told monthly interview with Old National Bank at 8 a.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
Day 1, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day 1 is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because when people don't have to worry about where their next meal is coming from, they can truly thrive, like Marta.
And now we'll hear from our class valedictorian, who with our hard work never ceases to amaze us. Please welcome Marta Moreno.
And Alex.
Hey, Alex, how did the interview go?
I did it. I got the job. I can't believe it.
I knew it. Let's meet up later to celebrate.
And Diego.
Mom! I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow. feedingamerica.org/actnow. A public service announcement brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Stop touching that snooze button and get ready to clock in with the best morning show on planet Earth.
I want to try and beat them. Okay. Well, I don't necessarily want to beat you per se. I just want to be the best that I can be.
You know what it is, Truth Nation. It's time to wake up with Milwaukee's favorite morning show.
Don't allow 10 seconds to affect the next 10 years of your life.
Man.
You snapped off, and now you went from partying at the Kardashians to being in a cell 23 hours a day.
giving you an informative dialogue with a side of fun and laughter while cutting through the noise and bringing you the real stories behind the headlines.
My point is, if you're 40 or if you're still trying to push for something, it doesn't mean that it's over just because it's been delayed. Delayed doesn't mean denied.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, this is Truth Be Told with two-time Emmy Award winner Telly Hughes on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming on YouTube.
Good morning, good Monday morning. It is December 9th, 2024. Welcome to Truth Be Told with Telly, live from the American Family Insurance Studio inside the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. It is Monday, and we're kicking it off with our guest co-host this week. It is none other than Bailey Coleman. Good morning, Bailey.
Got to turn my mic on first. Good morning, Telly.
That's always helpful.
That is always helpful. It is always helpful.
And my main man, Damian LZ. Good morning, Damian.
Good morning, brother. Good morning.
Good morning. And Ricky on the ones and twos. Good morning, Ricky.
Good morning. Good Monday morning, ladies and gentlemen.
How was that weekend for you, Ricky? A lot of gigs this weekend?
As usual.
Hey.
Get that money.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. How was you all's weekend?
I had a great weekend. As a matter of fact, I hosted an event for the Sisters Network of Southeast Wisconsin. Shout out to them. And if you know somebody that's a part of the Sisters Network, shout them out too. And I hung out with Denitra Ham. Do you know Denitra?
I do not know Denitra Ham.
That is Darvin Ham's wife.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
nice.
Her and her son. I had a great time with them. They were wonderful, and she has an amazing story. She's a breast cancer survivor.
Awesome.
And she has an amazing story. And I just love the Sisters Network. Shout out to them. They awarded me their Pink Champion Award. I appreciate that. It was all love this weekend. It was a great time with them.
You got an award?
It sounds like it was a great weekend.
I was out in Kenosha. Shout out to
Congratulations.
K-Town.
K-Town.
I'm probably the first person that's ever called it K-Town.
Okay.
I've never heard that.
I know, me neither,
Been in
right?
Milwaukee my whole life, never heard Kenosha called K-Town.
What about you, Dave? How was your weekend?
My weekend was easy, chill. I didn't do nothing. I got a little cold, and so, I work like a Jamaican, so I sat down for 3 or 4 days and didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I've done that in such a long time.
Yeah.
Because I stay moving, stay working, stay on the grind.
I had to do that yesterday because I realized, you might want to just chill.
Yeah, so like I was telling Telly, it was like God told me to sit down.
Yeah.
Sit down, brother. Have a seat.
Yeah.
So I sat down, chill, listen to my brother Sean Hinton. He just put out a new album,
Shout
new
out
CD.
to Sean. I love Sean.
So I just sat down and chilled and listened to his album. It's great, and that's all I did this weekend.
Sean, I'm upset I don't have a copy, but we'll talk.
You know that commercial now, it means more to me than ever. Like, nothing is everything.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, that's how I feel when I do nothing. Nothing is everything.
Yeah.
And this weekend, I look back and I did a whole bunch of nothing.
That's you know what?
And it was great.
Sometimes that's just what you need,
Yes.
though.
That's how you know you're getting old. When nothing is everything, when doing, because when you young, like you ever go out of town with somebody, you want to do everything and be everywhere. You be like, let's chill, let's go do. No, when you old, you just move slow,
exactly,
and enjoy everything.
But I mean, sometimes just chilling and just being able to hear your own voice and your own peace and quiet in that moment is absolutely everything.
I don't even want to hear my own voice. I don't want to hear no
Sometimes
voice.
I want to hear my own voice in my head. My own voice in my head.
You say, turn me off.
Turn me
I tell
off.
you what.
So funny.
I tell you what. This I was expressing my frustration with you all earlier. It was all cool until this morning. Mm. And I've been dealing with this for several months now, I'll admit. But these iPhone folks, man, they know what they doing.
Let me tell you something.
I'm about over them, man, because whenever you need a new phone or they want you to upgrade, all of a sudden you don't have enough storage.
Right. Your
now,
storage is full.
if I recall, that was one of the reasons why I got this phone.
You got this phone?
Because I was like, all right, more storage, it's all good.
Yeah.
Now, I can't, like, it starts off like your internet will be a little slower.
Yeah.
And then maybe some of your apps will be running a little slower.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I could deal with it. I could keep pushing. I'm going to get a new phone. But this morning, when I can't clock into work and get paid because it's messing with my app, now it ain't got real.
Now it's messing with your money.
Yeah, now it's messing with my money. And
you're tripping.
Yeah, I don't know if I need to go out here and get me a Cricket in the meantime or get me something to kind of hold me over.
A droid?
Something. I don't know. No, I ain't going back to
I
Droid.
don't know if you can do that. You know, that's kind of hard.
Since iPhones have come out, we have done an unofficial study, me and my friends. And you can always tell when a new one is about to come out because the one you got is going to start messing up.
Yeah, it starts tripping.
It can be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as they decide they about to put out the iPhone 16 and you got an iPhone 14 or 13 or something like that, and they decide it's time for you to upgrade.
Or
it's gonna
11.
start messing up.
Yeah.
You got 11?
Yeah.
Hey man,
wait a minute.
I'm one of those type of people. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Hey, listen though. I had a friend.
Cheers to 11.
I had a friend that just until like a last year or 2 years ago had like an iPhone 5.
Yeah,
okay.
Couldn't
That's my
screenshot,
brother.
couldn't do nothing. But they was hell bent on not upgrading that phone.
Yeah,
You know?
well,
and they did it.
Well, Bailey, with your phone, like it's something that, like we said, it'll start trying to trip anytime a new phone comes out.
Oh, yeah.
But one text that did come through for you was your diet text. Huh? It worked in, didn't it?
Shout out to my sister and them. Shout out to the West Coasters listening, because you know my family, the whole Western Seaboard over there. Yeah, our diet text starts today. I'm like, why y'all want to start the diet just like a few weeks before Christmas? Because somebody went to, I ain't gonna mention no names, another radio sister, I ain't gonna mention no names, Miss Monique. But anyway,
self-sabotage.
She gonna look, she done moved to New Orleans or something like that, Louisiana somewhere, and now she wanna eat. This ain't the time to start eating, you know?
So that's self-sabotage. You do it right now.
Yeah.
In between Thanksgiving, Christmas, then you got New Year's. Well, it seems like you just wait. You prepare.
I don't know.
Starting in January, we're gonna start.
Exactly.
I'm actually thinking.
January.
I'm thinking it ain't that bad of a deal because at least they waited until after Thanksgiving.
No.
I mean, because you don't affiliate Christmas with a big feast.
Where you don't do that at?
Okay.
Okay, so what do you do? Re-rack Thanksgiving?
I am black.
You re-rack Thanksgiving dinner then?
You running it back. Like you
but you had wings on Thanksgiving.
And I'm saying, I had wings on Thanksgiving, but on Christmas, we're not running that back, but we're going to run it back, but we're going to have a whole bunch of food.
Exactly. You know you're going to have a bunch of food on Christmas.
I used to. Growing up, I did. Because it was really just re-racking Thanksgiving. It's like, all right, we about to have dressing and greens and all that again. And we just got it out our system.
Exactly.
So now, I don't think a lot of families still do that.
See, I had wings so that I could have what I wanted to have, usual Thanksgiving dinner for Christmas. That's the plan.
Okay, look.
That was the plan.
Sister, let's be clear. My sister's house, the one that's heading up this, right? Restarting this whole thing. Shout out to Telly. I know she listening. Okay, so anyway, she probably about to start blowing up my phone. But anyway, she don't want to cook everything. She know there's going to be ham, there's going to be dressing, there's going to be turkey. She going to go all the way. I mean, she is like the glue in our family, and she is like going to run it down, okay? I'm just saying. And then, so what we going to do on Christmas?
Greens, beans, tomatoes.
Exactly. So what we finna do on Christmas? They going to be like, okay, they probably going to do... They probably gonna have like, oh, okay, it's one day. Yeah. It's one day, y'all. Don't worry about it. It's one day. No, because it's gonna be drinking.
No.
There's gonna be drinking.
You gotta
There's
see.
gonna be eating.
Whenever I have been successful in losing weight, and I have been successful,
Yes.
I could start like a weight loss class because I was 285 went down to 185.
There it is.
God bless me.
Preach.
And what I'm saying
right.
is, whenever I have been successful, you have to set it up. You
There
can't
it
just
is.
hit somebody with a text and be like, "Start today." You have to mentally get prepared.
There it is.
Mentally get prepared. You give yourself at least a week.
Hey, the choir, let him talk.
You at least give yourself a week. You at least give yourself a week or 2 weeks or a month and say on this day. So then you know you're eating what you want to eat leading up to that point. So then you're not leaving nothing on the table, so to speak. No pun intended. You're not leaving nothing on the table. And then you can start your weight loss clean and like, boom, I got everything. I had my Popeyes.
Boom.
I done had my green beans, tomatoes.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And then you just start off.
There it is.
You start off clean.
Yes. Come on.
May the church say amen. You start off clean.
Yeah.
You know, Bailey is really reminding me of this person I was sitting next to at church yesterday. And after every word, he would respond to him. And I'm like, man, I can't even hear. He'll say something, facts. That's what I'm talking about. What's up? I'm like, man, let him. Let him talk.
She's just enjoying the word.
Yes.
God bless her. She's just enjoying the word this morning.
Yes.
On this Monday morning.
Yes, on this Monday morning.
Yes. So we got plenty to get into. We got a hot show in store
Let me get some
for you. Breaking news yesterday that kind of came out. Well, I just saw it yesterday was the lawsuit that names one Sean Carter, a.k.a. Jay-Z, in it. That also has Diddy's name in it. We'll get into that. And, man, oh, man, I tell you what, ever since November 5th, he ain't stopped.
Nah.
He ain't stopped. He like, look, I'm diving right in. I'm talking about President-elect Donald J. Trump. Man, oh, man. He talking about what he going to do on day one. And that's including pardoning the January 6th insurrectionists.
Yes.
Along with ending birthright citizenship. And but one governor, Tony Evers of Wisconsin, has some pushback on some of those plans, and we'll get into that as well. Been jamming up early this morning, hitting us up on our YouTube message board saying, gotta run back Thanksgiving dinner.
Run it back, man.
I used to.
Jam it.
I had a few more LBs on me then too, so that might have contributed to it. Again, that's a good question. I don't think, Bailey, that is such a bad deal to do it in between because, I mean, yes, this is the holiday party season.
Yes.
But I just don't think that season is like it used to be before COVID. Like, I haven't gotten invited to a holiday party in probably 5 years.
Right. Well, you're right, but you know what? You don't have to be invited to a holiday party to partake in holiday, cooking and festivities and such.
That's a lot of eating and stuff by yourself,
you know
though.
What?
That's a lot of sweets and a lot of alcohol. She talking about you ain't got to be invited to the party.
You are so funny.
It's like drinking. Like anybody that drinks
who wants to drink alone? Who wants to
alcoholic? If you eat by yourself, you an eataholic. Like you can't eat by yourself. Listen, my whole thing is I like to start anything new. Like if I'm starting a workout routine or anything, I don't start. You can't start it on Wednesday. You got to start it on a Sunday or a Monday, right? You want to have it so you can have that clean.
Why though?
Why? Because it's mental. It's like, what does them 3 days do? You want to have a whole week to see results. You don't want to have half a week. So you start in January 1st. You start your New Year's resolution. A lot of people don't like resolutions because they don't ever finish them. But you start January 1st, have your New Year's resolution. You go for as long as you can go, and hopefully it sticks. But if you start in December, it's like 2025 coming, you still fat. And you like, dang, I've been doing it for a month and I'm still fat on New Year's.
January 1st.
All right. You know what? That brings up a good question, and I just want to go in a different direction, Truth Nation. New Year's resolutions, it's around that time where you're going to start to think about them. What are your thoughts on them? Because to me, I think they are 11-month resolutions because by the time people get to December, they're like, man, this year over. I'm looking forward to next year. Yeah. I'm going to do this better. So are there New Year resolutions or are they really 10 to 11-month resolutions or even 3-month resolutions when it comes to working out and things of that nature? Hit us up, Truth Nation, 833-212-1017. Bailey Coleman, Damian LZ in the building. We're going to get things started on your Monday morning. Keep it locked right here on Truth Be Told with Telly.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation!
And all our juicy jammers out there.
Make certain that you tap into Jam with Juice each and every day so you can quench your thirst.
That is right. You already know you can sip on us every single day, like Benjamin said, from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. But that's not all, y'all.
Catch us exclusively on YouTube for our 6 to 7 show.
Yep, only on Thursdays.
Catch Jammin' with Juice each and every day on 1017 The Truth.
Now sip on that.
It's that time. Thursday, December 19th, the Wisconsin Black Chamber is adding value to someone's business with $10,000, $7,000, or $3,000. Thursday, December 19th at the Deco, 7140 West Greenfield Avenue, 5 to 9 p.m. We're celebrating our 3rd annual Black and Diverse Gala featuring the pitch finale. Of course, there'll be great food. This year, we highlight Tons of Love Catering, Lily Bell's Catering and Fine Dining, and Dream Foods. And we don't stop there. Deshay AG will be performing. The Black Winemaker Chicago Day Trip participants are hosting a wine tasting. There's life-changing networking opportunities, games, prizes, raffles, giveaways, and DJ L Boogie making your body move. And of course, there's vendors ready to help you get your last-minute shopping done while you party. We take pride in doing the most. We work hard all year, and we plan to celebrate with that same energy. It's all love. Thursday, December 19th, 5 to 9 at the Deco. Tickets are on sale now. Visit twbcc.com so you don't miss out on what we have going on. twbcc.com.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as 1 business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. Because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
From my family and myself, I would like to say thank you to Gruber Law Offices for taking such good care of us.
I would say thank you because you were so human and so much of a friend during the whole process.
I'm super grateful for them representing me and doing all that they did for me.
I would just say thank you for making me feel better.
That's why I'm here, to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with Telly on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes.
All right, who's running it back? Truth Nation, are you all in agreement that you run back Thanksgiving dinner basically 2.5 weeks later? I have 2 people in the studio who says absolutely you do. And those 2 people are Bailey Coleman and Damian LZ. Welcome back to Truth Be Told with Telly. Ricky, are you running it back? I didn't hear anything from you.
I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to cook for Christmas. I might go to somebody's house this year.
Got you. But you cooked for Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
I did a Cajun turkey.
Because that's the other thing too.
Maybe we should have stopped by your house, Ricky.
Do you feel like doing all of that again?
Like I told you, I didn't do all of it this time.
Well, yeah, you had a different plan this year.
I never.
We're talking about the traditional plan of when people have all the fixings, dressing, greens, ham, turkey, chitlins, if that's your thing. And then because you prepare all of that the day before most of the time.
You know what's funny? Okay, so when my sister's here, she will cook, the Thanksgiving dinner. She hasn't been to Milwaukee in 3 or 4 years for Thanksgiving. Just left my family, all those people in Seattle high and dry. But she hadn't been here. So I worked this Thanksgiving and my other gig. Shout out to the chefs over there because when I went home, I had everything I needed pretty much. And they could cook over there at Brookdale. Shout out to Brookdale. They could cook over there.
Initially, when people cook like that and they cook so much food, those are people that enjoy cooking.
Absolutely.
When they say they cook, and I don't want to sound like a sexist dude, like it's the women that do it, because men do it as well.
The head chef
we enjoy cooking. We enjoy that time that we spend in the kitchen and making that food. So a lot of times when they run it back, it's for that as well.
Yeah.
So we can't be, because this is just, my grandma and them used to get down, with the chitlins and all of that stuff. I never had it. One time I had chitlins and it was the most disgusting thing in my life. And
you usually only take one time.
Listen, the funny story. I was young, right? And all the men in my family, I wanted to be like them, right? So I was young, a little kid, and my cousins and my daddy's cousins and my daddy and all his friends, they would eat the chitlins, and I'm like, I want to be like the men. I want to eat the chitlins, and they like, no, you don't. I'm like, yes, I do. No, you don't. Yes, I do. And so then they was like, okay, give him little self some chitlins. So they gave me some. I spit that up so fat. Did
you at least get some hot sauce? Because that's the thing that they do to camouflage the smell.
They died laughing. And to this day, if I see any of my daddy cousins or any of them, they remember that time you ate them chitlins? They died laughing at me. So I say, but moments like that can't happen unless you run it back.
Yeah.
That's true.
See how I brought that back?
That's true. I see you, cousin.
Skills.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know about that. I'm still not on board.
What you say? You're not on board with that? No, me neither. Because the first time I caught a whiff of some chitlins, I was trying to vacate the premises.
Oh, they stank.
Oh, they stank bad.
All you got to do is go when they're cleaning them.
Exactly.
And I always said, I am not going to eat anything that smells worse than me.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Never doing that.
I was just like, I ain't gonna eat nothing that smells like that.
So you gotta mask it. See, I was just recently told you gotta mask it with the vinegar and stuff and boil it in the vinegar and do all of that stuff. And that's how you cleaning it. And you
if I gotta do all that,
you gotta clean it
as my preparation to eat it, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I'm good on that too.
To each his own, though.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hate. Chitlins has been around for a long time.
You grew up on it. That's from House Party.
Yeah, I didn't, but I saw people eating it while I was growing up.
That's what I'm saying.
People love to say, "Oh, you grew up on that." No, I didn't actually.
Yeah, exactly. My sister was on Facebook recently. Kidding me about that, joking with me, teasing me about it, as a matter of fact, because she knew when my mom said she was cooking chitlins, I was calling my grandma trying to find out what time we could be over there.
Yeah, man. Yes,
what time can I come over, Granny? What you doing this weekend?
Well,
no, I need the whole weekend because it's going to be stanking. It's going to be stanking.
Well, we are going to see Truth Nation. I definitely want to know if you're going to run it back, because this is the time you ask those questions. Be like, I think I may reverse it. Like you, Dame, you had wings. Maybe I'll do like a crab broil or something like that on Christmas, as opposed to
I did that on Thanksgiving
running it back
last year. Yeah. Thanksgiving last year, I did crab broil.
As opposed to running it back. But in other news, though, someone that isn't probably thinking about Christmas dinner or running it back or anything might be Jay-Z.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes. In case you missed it, it just really was released yesterday that Jay-Z was named in a lawsuit over minors' rape alongside Sean Diddy Combs.
Now, this was a refiled lawsuit because originally it just named Diddy.
Correct. Which means where there's smoke, there's fire. Because here's the deal. And you pointed it out, Bailey. Jay-Z responded.
Yeah, he responded. This is the first time that he has responded to any of these allegations. But, since this whole Diddy thing went down and they've been so close, it may, sometimes you got to watch who you hang out with because it could be guilt by association, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, they've been good friends for a long time. You know?
So Jay-Z is calling this lawsuit a blackmail attempt, and it's an attorney who Jay-Z calls Busby, who is the attorney.
That's his name.
A fraud in the statement, accused him of having a pattern of these type of theatrics and dared him to file a criminal complaint instead.
Yeah, well, you know what? This guy has a reputation of being an ambulance chaser and allegedly has over 100 complaints, or is representing over 100 people that are involved with a lawsuit against.
Yes, he is it says dozens of alleged Diddy victims.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go back, and the attorney name is Tony Busby.
Right.
And if you are a sports fan, that name should ring a bell for two reasons. Number one, he was Brett Favre's attorney when Brett Favre was going through a bunch of stuff.
Oh.
And number two, more recently, when one quarterback named Deshaun Watson was going through all of his stuff in Houston.
Oh, wow.
He was the attorney representing all the ladies.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
And he had up to 19 different women, I want to say, that came out and said that they had some type of physical sexual encounter with Deshaun Watson, who was allegedly very much into massages, but they turned into, as we like to say in the streets, happy endings.
Oh, wow.
And so, and that basically cost him his career in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And this same attorney, I'm sure these women were like, all right, who was representing those women against Deshaun Watson? And if they had something to do with Diddy, they reached out to Tony Busby. But again, I think that we are still just scratching the surface with this Diddy case. And Jay-Z's name, this won't be the first time his name comes out. It won't be the last, and it won't be the only name that comes out.
And I think that's why Jay-Z responded to this one.
Yeah.
Is that because he understands that this is going to be an ongoing thing, and if he doesn't respond now, it's not like the other cases that were one-offs or whatever the case may have been, whatever it was one-off, is going to be handled in court, it'll be done. If he doesn't say something now about this one, then other people is going to come up again, because he was at Diddy parties. He's been shown in pictures at these parties. So all they had to do is say, you were there and this happened to this person, so we're going to come after you as well. When the truth of the matter is, he may not have been involved in any of those things. You know what I'm saying? But then you also have to look at Jigga's personal history of him dating women that have been not grown yet.
Right.
He got Foxy Brown. He got Beyonce.
Okay.
These are things that he has done. Let me finish, Bailey.
Okay.
These are things that he has done in the past. So it comes up, and he has made himself be vulnerable to this by his actions in the past. And so now you got Busby, who is he is labeled as one of the most successful lawyers in the country, period. So he may just be an ambulance chaser, but he's good at ambulance chasing. He has gotten BP to pay millions and millions of dollars. One of the biggest corporations. He's been in their pockets. He's been in people's pockets. So he's going to do what he needs to do to get in Jigga pocket, and that's what he's trying to do.
Well, we're going to see, Bailey. I definitely want your reaction to this, but we got to take a quick break. Hit us up, Truth Nation, 833-212-1017. You can also stream and watch us live on YouTube and at 1017thetruth.com. Not really a city girl. We feel you. She says, good morning. What's weird about chitterlings is that people clean the intestinal tract that passes all toxic waste through the animal and dress it up with a ton of seasoning just to eat it. Man, way to put it all in perspective. We're back after this.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Whether you're dropping your kids off to school or driving to see the in-laws, don't let your car care take a back seat this busy holiday season. Protect your car against salt, rust, and grime at Tsunami Express Car Wash. Tsunami Express makes cleanup a breeze with state-of-the-art tunnels, free vacuums, and more. Try their new state-of-the-art T2 with graphene wash for the longest-lasting mirror-like shine. Your first wash is free when you sign up online at tsunamiexpress.com.
Skilled trade workers are the backbone of every community, and also the Army National Guard. Soldiers trained to keep the power flowing, engines running, and in every other trade needed to accomplish the mission. These soldiers are on the fast track to learning skills that can set them up for success at home with companies looking to hire the best. Their resumes are being built through their paid training and part-time service. Find out how you too can learn a trade profession by visiting NationalGuard.com. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Check out Jammin' with Juice, where it's amazingly juicy.
I'm going to tell y'all straight up, though. Y'all little brothers, y'all little sisters, y'all doing good. I don't think y'all know how good y'all doing it.
Thank you.
Because y'all, it's hard to get the young people to talk about these important issues.
Like, let's say you washing your body, you washing your hair, you wash your face, you cleaned your ears, you got behind them ears, you brushed your teeth, your makeup off, you done exfoliated, you done shaved. Why not brush your teeth in the shower? Why not use the bathroom in the shower? As we wrap up the show with a bow, I'm flaming, bitch. You was looking up to Steve Harvey.
Yeah. He was a positive black man, you know.
I feel it.
Had a good show. He had some swag.
He was a music teacher.
He was the music teacher.
You love music.
Yeah. Shoot, he was messing around with the principal. Like, come on now.
He thought he was playing.
Yeah. He's a king of comedy. This man doing it. I want to be like Steve. What's up, my jammer?
What's up, guys? You know what? I just want to say you guys are the best thing rocking at 12 noon. You guys just bring so much energy to 12 o'clock. I don't even be wanting to eat my lunch because I want to hear what Big Jammin' and Money you gotta say.
You sitting at the crib, you watching TV, and your life's passing you by. You keep procrastinating over and over. Maybe I'll go to school next year, maybe next month. No, do it right now. You can do it after work, and you can do it before work. Just do whatever you need to do to graduate. There is definitely a line when it comes to just enhancing your beauty versus like completely altering your entire body in more ways than one to look completely different.
From the 414 to everyone across the globe, Jammin' with Juice is here for you. Check out Jammin' with Juice daily on YouTube.
Westbound 94, we got an accident just about at 35th Street. This is in the left lane, so it's making for a nasty ride from 20th Street all the way to that point. Eastbound is slowing down from before 84th Street all the way to 35th Street. The rest of the system, not too horribly bad, getting a little bit heavier on 41 southbound, south of Capitol Drive. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Morning clouds and partly cloudy skies, a high of 50. Tonight, mostly cloudy, low of 30. For the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with Telly on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, we have teamed up with Associated Bank for our Black-owned business Give Back. Each quarter, we will be giving away $6,000 worth of free commercial advertising for 3 months to 5 Black businesses. Visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That is blackbusinessgiveback.com to sign up today. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure on the truth. For official contest rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank member FDIC. Damian LZ Bailey Coleman in this Monday morning. Good morning. If you're just joining us, we're talking about the latest allegations or lawsuit that's been filed that names Jay-Z as a, I guess, co-conspirator in a minor's rape alongside Sean Diddy Combs. And Bailey, your thoughts on this?
Well, a couple things. First, this young lady was at the time allegedly 13 years old. And it wasn't just, it wasn't just Diddy and Jay-Z, but allegedly there is another celebrity, female, a Black female supposedly involved in this. And she was not only allegedly a participant, but in the room when they were supposedly, allegedly raping this little girl. Yeah. And so she hasn't been named or anything like that, which I find even more curious. Because maybe they're trying to blackmail her, too, which is what Jay-Z is alleging occurred before. And, Dame, I just want to mention to you, earlier you mentioned Foxy Brown and Jay-Z's relationship with her, which she was allegedly underage or something. She has come out recently and said that didn't occur.
Oh.
But.
Okay.
Whatever's whatever, right?
Yeah, but it's good to get a response sometime because, again, when these allegations come out, you're just left to believe them,
right?
And the person is left to defend, no matter if it's a liar or not.
Exactly, and you know how many times have we heard different stories about different people, which ended up not being true. Mm-hmm. But
you believed it probably for years.
Yeah,
to be true.
Because somebody said it.
Yes, yep.
I mean, it came out online, so it's got to be true, right?
Yep. Let's go to our Truth Talking text line. Brian, you're on Truth Be Told with Telly, Bailey, and Damian. Good morning. What's your question or comment?
See, here's the thing. Black folks, even though they're young and what have you, black folks make mistakes when it comes to accusing people of things 30 years later. They have no evidence. They have no proof. All they have is the allegation. I think that Jay-Z's only problem the only thing he really needs to worry about is the lady named Kathy White that wound up unalive due to something with Beyonce and his interminglings and whatever. I think that's the only thing he has to worry about, the Kathy White family, who are yet to file any charges against Jay-Z for their daughter's passing. But there's not only the 13-year-old, but there's also an 11-year-old that's all over the internet telling about what Diddy did to her. And that one's name is Misha. I don't know why you guys haven't heard about that, or maybe they're not just letting her come out. But there's also allegations by Jaguar Wright. So I think this is just a distraction and a SHI show, because at the end of the day, none of these people are going to be convicted because the people in question don't have any proof. They just have the allegation, unfortunately. Yeah. And money always trumps opinion at the end of the day. Money trumps opinion, and we know Jay-Z's got plenty of money. So does Puff Daddy. So unless they come up with some brass tacks, real information, real proof, or enough corroborating evidence, this is just a SHIT show. So just a distraction.
All right, thank you, Brian, for the call. Appreciate it. And I don't know. I got to push back on that because if they're coming after you, they're coming after you for a reason, and they already have proof. Like, somebody just can't go and file a lawsuit against me tomorrow just because they said, all right, I'm going to make up some stuff that Telly did. Like, before you get to the actual filing, there has to be some sort of evidence that this took place. Or am I out of bounds with that?
You might be out of bounds. See what this, what it is
okay.
What Jigga is, and this is what happened with this case is that Jigga filed suit against this lawyer in California because he was going around making these allegations, and he had been trying to get money from them, saying that I was basically allegedly saying that he was going to file this suit and put his name in this Diddy stuff unless he got this money. Right. Now, he may have a picture of Jay-Z being at this party where this young woman is saying this happened or whatever the case may be, and that may be enough to wrap him up in it. But in the case of what the caller was just saying, like, you got to have evidence. You don't need evidence. If I'm a person of political or public figure, I can just ruin your name and mess you up enough that you can't make any more money.
Exactly.
A lot of Jay-Z's money is wrapped up in other business. It's not liquidated money. He don't have $1 billion just sitting under the couch. It's money in other corporations. It's money wrapped up in stuff. And like we've seen what happened with Kanye, once your name gets dirty, now your worth is down, cut in half. Because now all of these corporations have to separate themselves from you. What happened with Diddy? Diddy worth $1 billion, over $1 billion, right? But now he has to sell Revolt. He has to remove himself from Revolt. He has to remove himself from Sobriety. He has to remove himself from all of these other corporations. So now he can't make any money, and now his worth is all the way down. So it hurts them because they're business people, and having this on your name as a business person, it's not like when white business people like Weinstein and them get it on their name and they just still operate. You black, so you already got a strike against you, and now they add this on you. They already think you a thug from Brooklyn, a thug from Harlem, a thug from wherever you at. Now they added this on you. That makes it impossible for you to do business at that point.
And we've seen what allegations can do just from the Jonathan Major situation.
There you go.
Yeah.
And she comes back and recants everything.
And says,
he lost $1 billion off of doing Marvel move because he was about to do the whole Phase 4 or Phase 5, whatever phase Marvel is in. He was about to be the villain in all of these movies.
Yeah.
So he lost $1 billion damn near just because of this allegation that she recants. Now, he may have done it. He may have been that dude. And now she just... But the point is, nothing ever came of it, and now he's out in the blue.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Prentice hit us up on our YouTube message board and says, Misha just came out and said she was lying. So, Brian, I guess that's a moot point. Maybe that's the reason why people aren't talking about it as much, because it was a lie. But again, when you have these type of allegations, and but when I was referring to possible evidence, I was saying it in the fact that they did recover thousands of hours of video when they raided Diddy's homes in both in L.A. and Miami. So I'm thinking like, okay, maybe there is something behind just this allegation as opposed to, all right, I'm just going to throw your name in there. But, Dame, you bring out a lot of great points. If this is some sort of a blackmail type of situation, there is no better time to do it, to be honest, if you are that attorney.
But then you got to ask yourself, if you're that, if us standing on the outside, why did he wait so long? Why didn't he just do it when he did Diddy?
Hey.
Why not?
Hey.
Why not just get it?
That's a great question. And we will try to get some more answers on the other side of the break. Ron from the South Side, we see you. Val, I think you dropped off. Call us back. Hit us up, 833-212-1017. Keep it locked right here on Truth Be Told with Telly.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Thank you, Truth Nation. Your willingness to share your stories with our community has helped make the Tori Lowe Show a 2-time first place Wisconsin Broadcasters Association Award winner.
Hey, I'm tapping in from the Milwaukee County Jail. Yeah, man, they treating us real bad up in here, man. I mean, they had us sleeping in feces and urine. They took the batteries from us, told us there wasn't no batteries in stock. I ain't never heard that in my life.
We do this all for you, Milwaukee. We are the award-winning 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk.
What are some of the things that we need to really focus on to get our fair share of these opportunities, i.e. access to capital?
You know, it's very important to always think about building a strong business plan, understanding the financial parameters around what you're trying to accomplish, building great networks and great relationships so you can have partnerships and building out your dream. And then finding a good financial partner like Old National to help really orchestrate your vision of the organization. And then, as you know, DT, you wouldn't be where you're at because you're phenomenal, doing great work. And then you have to really have to go to work. If you have that dream, you have that vision, the business plan, the financial piece, then you have to really work at it and keep building.
Learn more about the Old National Bank Small Business Empowerment Loan by visiting oldnational.com/small business or contact a small business banker at Old National Bank.
What's up, Truth Nation? It's your girl, Noni Juice, here for my friends at Steinhafels, of course. And guess what? Steinhafels' biggest Black Friday sale ever is happening right now. Take $100 off every $14.99, plus get a $100 MasterCard for every $14.99. Or you could choose Steinhafels' 0% 60-month financing. Save big on all the best mattress brands and find Black Friday doorbusters like recliners for just $199 and hundreds more in-store and online at steinhafels.com. Steinhafels Black Friday sale, 1 week only.
All insurance companies, they want to know where are your cars housed. Right. They want to know how far are you driving to get to and from work every day. They want to know all these different things for weather patterns. Are you living in northern Wisconsin or are you living down in Tornado Alley somewhere in Kentucky? These things make a difference as to how your insurance rates are formed. It needs you to be factual, and every single time somebody commits these different frauds, it all adds up and everybody ends up paying the price for it down the road.
Erie Insurance, providing the protection you need and the service you expect, all at a great price.
Now is the perfect time to join the Nextdoor family. Whether you're a parent seeking the best for your child or a professional ready to make a difference. At Nextdoor, children thrive in small classrooms with 2 teachers, exploring art, music, and STEAM. With special needs support, family resources, and kindergarten readiness, every child gets the attention they deserve. And they're also hiring. Enjoy competitive pay, great benefits, and opportunities for personal and professional growth in a fun, welcoming culture. Make a real impact in the community. Join Nextdoor today, where every child, every family, and every team member matters.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with Telly on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Good morning. Again, if you're just tuning in, thanks for joining Truth Be Told with Telly. We have Bailey Coleman and Damian LZ in the building, and we've been talking about Jay-Z being named in a lawsuit over minors rape alongside Sean Diddy Combs. And we have Ron from the South Side who's been waiting patiently. Ron, what's your question or comment about this?
Good morning. Thanks for taking my call. You know what? I'm so glad I got a little older to find out what chitlins really was. My parents and the older folks never really told us, what it was. They didn't say, what part of the pig. They didn't tell you nothing like that. So, I mean, when I found out what it was like, oh, my God, I thought y'all feed us that. From Mississippi, though, the history and all that stuff, they didn't even dwell into that. They just said, put it on your plate, here you go eat it. It's gross, nasty. I'm so glad I know what it is now. Okay, so with Jay-Z and anybody, our superheroes, superwomen, supermen, if you will, icons, whatever, from acting to singing, it don't matter what it is. We never want to hear about this type of stuff, especially when it comes to pedophilia. But when I think about some of the old songs I used to listen to, like The Time was one of my favorite groups, but they had a line in there was like, your body say you're 21, but your face say 17, and BBD had the Backstage Underage, which was written by Busta Rhymes. You never want to hear that. But I think about it. We don't know these people besides their music. We don't know them besides their acting. So when you hear stuff like that, you kind of pause. And I never believed that that you can listen to a lawyer when the lawyer say, don't talk to people, don't make no comments. I'm going to come out right away and say, hey, man, this is a lie. You lying on my name. I did not do that. Me and you, I don't know no 13-year-olds, nothing like that. I'm glad Jay-Z came out to say something, because keeping your mouth shut just makes you know what I'm trying to say. It makes it grow more. The lies grow more and more and more. If you don't say nothing, keep your mouth shut, that's a bad move, bro. Thanks.
Yeah. Appreciate it, Ron from the South Side. And you brought up something that Brian said. Brian was saying that, Jay-Z, he needs to be worried about this. He needs to worry about that. Based off of what? You don't know that man.
Right.
You don't know what he has to be worried about. You don't know what he's done in his past that may come up or anything. So to say what another grown man should be worrying about and you don't know that person, I think that's way out of bounds, because like Ron just said, we don't know these people. You know their music. You know how they are when they are in that mode of making music. You don't know what Jay-Z does on a Wednesday morning at 10:30.
Yeah, exactly.
We think that's the problem with celebrity. People become celebrities, and then people think they know all about you. And in Jigga's case, we've been watching Jigga do what he does since 96, 95 when he came out. So what is that, 40 years almost, 30 years?
Yeah.
We've been watching him do whatever he's doing, and he's been around the scene since Jaz-O and Hawaiian Sophie, so we've been watching him. And so you think you know these people, but you don't really know these people. And I'm not saying that to say that he would do. I would just say, because we in hip-hop there's this strong dislike for pedophilia. And like we were talking about earlier with the jail culture and how that permeates into hip hop and things like that. Well, you weren't saying it on air; we were talking about it off air. But that's another part of the jail culture that permeates into hip hop is pedophilia. That you just don't do that. There are certain things you can't. There's no way of explaining I was messing with this 12-year-old. There's no way of explaining away these types of things. And so Jigga being from the hood and wanting to maintain that hood mentality, even in his response, he kind of pointed to that this is not what we do. That's not how we were raised. That's not how the streets I came from. He's basically going back to hood Jay-Z. You know, that's what he's talking about, is I'm going to fight this, because now you can question my business acumen, you can question all of the other stuff, but the one thing I have is my word, and you're not going to question that by saying I was messing with a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
You know, with these celebrities, okay, just taking another vantage point of this and going back to, you quoting the songs and the lyrics to songs. Well, first of all of them don't write all the lyrics to their songs, point one. Point two is not only the songs, but the videos. If you go back and you listen even to some of the Diddy stuff, you're like, what in the world? And so, case in point, last night as I was prepping for this show, I was going through my Instagram account, all this kind of stuff, and I came upon a clip of an old video of Faith Evans, okay? And it's the song "You Used to Love Me," and the comment on the top of the video was, "Wait, those are babies dancing in plain sight. How did we not notice?" She has got a bunch of little girls suggestively, look at it, Telly, look at it, suggestively dancing around her to a song that is about her old love and how he used to treat her. Do you see those little girls?
Yeah.
Some things don't age well.
They absolutely did not age well. In the moment,
it's just
what
like,
were they
look at them dancing. That's cute.
Right. It was cute.
No, the way they...
It's like John Benet Ramsey when her parents had her in the lipstick and all of that stuff and doing that's cute. But then in hindsight, you're like, that probably wasn't the smartest thing for them to do.
That wasn't
the smartest
as bad as this,
for
though.
them to do.
They're like twirling their little legs wide open.
I don't know. That's not good. That didn't age well at all. Yeah. Valerie hit us up on our YouTube message board and says Jonathan Major's prime example example, even though they have video of him and that lady in the closet and her little cut. But his name and reputation was messed up after that. We have Deborah on the Truth Talking text line. Good morning, Deborah. What is your question or comment?
Good morning, Telly and Truth Nation.
Good morning.
My comment is not just a celebrity, just black men in whole. That when certain things happen compared to other cultures, they try to demonize the men so bad and strip them for any type of second chance or any type of different opinion. They try to make that just a fact. Now, it's been a lot of black men with money and power that's fell into these type of situations. But why is it so quick to be believed? Why can't we believe that they're good, that they're family men, that they, a good person in society? But when it comes to other people, they say, oh, that couldn't be so, that's not true, and then it come out to be even worse than what they said. So I just want people to be calm in this situation. Let him figure this out with his family with respect. So, and that's just, every time you turn around, it's an attack against us in some type of way. And that's how I feel about that today.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Deborah. And man, oh man, Deborah, I so agree with you, because it's your innocence is kind of the last resort. Yeah. It's like, well, all right, well, maybe they are innocent. And it is a shame that we're not. I think as black men, we're never portrayed as the family man that, has a wife and has, take care of his kids and take care of his responsibilities. We're never portrayed that way. So if that actually happens, it's almost a shock. Like, oh, man, they're really black men that do that?
And I think it's up to us as a people to change the narrative on that, because sometimes some of us are the worst at doing that. I mean, are the worst. Drag people the worst. Just out here against our own instead of,
And we were talking about this last week, how it is designed for us to go against each other. So if we don't, if black women think that black men don't like them, what makes you think that black women are going to support us? Right. And then if we don't have anybody that's championing us, then I mean, who else is going to do it if it ain't the black woman? You think a white man or a white woman is going to come over and be like, man, that black man is doing really great in life? No. But if we can't even get our own people to help lift us up, what makes you think other people are going to come and look at us any differently?
Unfortunately, the times have changed because of social media, because of instant access to everything. The whole media cycle is no longer hours before you find out about stuff. It's minutes before. And so because of that, the court of public opinion happens so fast. And so when you have the court of the public opinion, you're guilty. You're automatically guilty.
Yes.
And so it's no longer you're innocent until proven guilty. You're guilty until you prove yourself innocent. And that is the problem with people absorbing so much information so fast and not having the what's the word I'm looking for? Not having the critical thinking skills to understand what's happening in front of them, and they just accept it as fact. They accept all of these sources that don't have the qualifications to give this information as fact. And so when you do that, now you've created this opportunity for them to add the divide, like they say, black men and black women, add the divide in there because they say, oh, black men didn't vote for Kamala. But we did.
Yeah. But then it's like, but don't support them or, and then they mad. And then, again, how do we elevate the things that the black man is doing based off of like what we see? Because again, all it takes is one allegation. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many community service hours I've done, what all good I've done. If there is one woman that is upset at me, she could just come out and say, Telly did this. And then all the good work that I've possibly have done is down the drain off of one allegation. We're going to continue this conversation on the other side of the break in hour number 2. We have guest co-hosts, Bailey Coleman and Damian LZ in the building. Keep it locked right here on Truth Be Told with Telly.
It started with a prediction.
We'll go out there and play basketball and win.
And how many games?
6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture.
Truth Nation, let us talk our ish for a moment. There is no other station in the country where you get a front row seat to hear from some of the biggest names in politics, pop culture, and sports. People like Vice President Kamala Harris.
Talk with your listeners to remind them of their power and the importance of voting. And the folks in Milwaukee turned out for me and Joe Biden in 2020. You showed what was possible.
U.S. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, are you a racist?
Absolutely not.
Is Donald Trump a racist?
Absolutely not. No.
And civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump.
Thank you all for speaking truth to power. That's the most important thing, because right now there are those in our community who would rather we just be quiet.
Right.
We have to disturb the peace now more than ever.
Tap into the award-winning and nationally recognized 1017 The Truth by downloading the Truth app and streaming us live at 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Milwaukee Black Talk.
Calling all big thinkers. The world's climate is changing. These aren't new facts, but it means we must think in new ways about how we can live, prosper, and provide energy for our world while protecting our planet. Engineers are answering the call to create cleaner, safer, reliable energy. Solar power, harnessing the power of the sun to light all corners of the globe. Wind power, channeling a simple breeze to bring electricity to our homes. Hydropower, using the natural flow of water to generate electricity. Nuclear power, engineering advanced reactors that are safer, more reliable, and produce zero carbon emissions. Engineers are leading the way and empowering the next generation. Engineers answer the call. Brought to you by the National Academy of Engineering. Learn more at nae.edu.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269BL Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station. You are listening to Truth Be Told with Telly on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, we have big news. Mark your calendars for Friday, February 28th, as we will be hosting our first annual Truth Community Award, celebrating individuals making a real difference in our community. We will honor the excellence in our community and recognize the quiet warriors creating extraordinary impacts. Tickets go on sale soon, and you do not want to miss this night of inspiration and celebration. Come celebrate with us on Friday, February 28th at the Truth Community Awards, presented by Potawatomi Casino and Hotel. We will definitely continue to get you the information, because once it's sold out, we don't want to hear, I didn't know how to get the tickets. I thought it was free.
Right.
We are going to let you know as soon as they go on sale. Welcome back to Truth Be Told with Telly. Good morning. If you're just joining us, we have guest co-hosts Bailey Coleman and Damian LZ in the building.
Hey.
And boy, that first hour talking about, we can always get people fired up when you have some of their favorite entertainers, you know, going through some things. Yeah. And before we move on, Jerica hit us up on our Truth Talk and text line. You can as well, Truth Nation, 833-212-1017. And you can always stream and watch us live on YouTube and at 1017thetruth.com. Jerica says, and people who rap about murder, selling drugs, and other crimes, how they draw the line at underage sex or sexual abuse, okay.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hey.
So people that make movies about killing and crime, they doing all this illicit stuff too. See, that's what we're talking about. See, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the grace that we show to other people and other cultures we don't show to ourselves.
Exactly.
Because these people are rapping a story that they're talking about things that they may not have gone through, but things that happen in neighborhoods where they come up from, in areas that they come up from, and they're just writing those stories. We don't say every Italian guy that makes a mob movie is a mobster and killing everybody. We don't say that. We don't look at these young men that make this music as being artists. Now, of course, they're saying, oh, they're really living this life, because that's what we forced them to do. We can't just let them say, hey, I'm just rapping and this is just rap and people want to hear this stuff and I'm entertaining them. We can't let them say that. So they have to say it's real and this, that, and the other, and then you get situations where Young Thug and all these other people are wrapped up in this stuff.
Real situations.
Exactly. In real situations.
Exactly.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is also what this goes back to is a thing like me, myself, in my own life, I've worked for the city for 25 years. All it takes is one person saying, oh, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Now everything you've done is on question.
Yeah.
And then you finally find out that that's not what happened. That's not the case. But now you still have to work around these people, walk around these people, be around, and your reputation has been dragged through the mud.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, definitely more information to come, and hopefully things play out the way that they supposed to, and we're not just convicting him all of a sudden just because someone said one thing. And again, we will continue to keep you updated on that story.
Diddy said, same energy. What up with me?
They didn't find 1,000 pounds of baby oil in Jigga's house.
Different story. Different circumstances there.
They did not find tapes at Jigga's house. We don't know if they did.
Well, Jay-Z being named in the lawsuit alongside Sean Diddy Combs came out yesterday, along with what shouldn't be a stunning interview that President-elect Donald Trump did yesterday. But on Sunday, he went on NBC and did a sit-down.
Yes.
And kind of laid out what he's planning on doing as soon as he's inaugurated, including the mass deportations as well as releasing all of the insurrectionists and pardoning the January 6th, as he calls, peaceful patriots.
Yes.
The J6ers.
Yes.
The J6ers.
And so
that sounds
like
wow.
He made him like he always giving somebody a name.
Right.
And went on to say that he could possibly look to send former Representative Liz Cheney and other political opponents to jail.
Right.
He literally said that anybody that was on that January 6th committee should face jail time.
Yeah.
Not the people that broke into the Capitol.
Now, they're going to have a problem with the 92%ers if they try and send James Clyburn to prison. That's granddaddy. You can't be doing that.
They don't care about y'all. No offense to my black woman, but Trump don't care about y'all.
Nah, he don't.
No.
He don't.
Clearly.
But look, he better not mess around and find out.
Listen.
Look.
Yeah, but the one thing outside of, and we'll get to the birthright citizenship, which he's planning on ending. And if you're unfamiliar with that amendment, it says if you were born in this country, you are a citizen.
You are a citizen. That's the 14th Amendment.
And Donald J. Trump is saying, we got to revisit that.
Would that require ratification though? Because anytime you change an amendment,
let me tell you something.
Let me finish. Anytime you change an amendment, it requires ratification. So does that mean if he wants to change that he would have to go across? It would have to be ratified by the entirety of the country. So all the states would have to say we're a part of this, and it would have to. So if it's an amendment, that's what it would require.
Yeah.
So a lot of times Donald just say stuff that he can't really change.
He says a lot of stuff
that he can't really change, and that's why people don't really look. They look at it like he's just talking. But sometimes when he's just talking, there's different ways of going about circumventing that, and one of the ways that he's going about circumventing that is saying that if you get caught in the house with somebody that's an illegal alien, we're going to send you back too. So that's the way around changing the actual amendment.
Let me just say this. Y'all can believe what you want. If you really believe that he's going to go through all it takes to ratify that amendment and do whatever, he is not going to watch.
You got to. You can't change an amendment without it being ratified.
Yes.
It's the Constitution.
And it was asked if it could be an executive, if he can file an executive order to do that.
You can't file an executive order to change an amendment.
You know what he gonna do? He gonna do what he did just the last time when he was separating them, when he was separating Hispanics when they was coming across the border and wasn't nobody saying nothing. Okay?
Well,
He's gonna be like, go get him, do what I say. Boom.
Well,
there it is.
Here are a couple of quotes from that interview yesterday. When asked about families with mixed immigration status, where parents are in the country illegally but their children are not, Trump said, quote, "I don't want to be breaking up families. So the only way you don't break up the family is you keep them together and you have to send them all back." Unquote. And when asked about the birthright, he doubled down on his campaign promise to end birthright citizenship, which is protected by the 14th Amendment, and suggested he may attempt to overturn the right through executive action, saying, quote, "We're going to have to get it changed, or maybe I would go back to the people, but we have to end it. We're the only country that has it." And echoing a false statement he's made in the past.
Right.
And he went on to say, quote, "If we can, through executive action, I was going to do it through executive action, but then we had to fix COVID first, to be honest with you." Not sure if he's responsible or we look to Donald J. Trump to say he fixed COVID.
He did not fix COVID.
Oh, okay.
Let's be clear.
I thought I missed something.
Now, while the COVID vaccine was discovered while he was in office and he got them set on that, to find one, right? He actually was stumped when it was done and didn't get it out. It was the Biden administration that got it out to everybody and distributed it to the rest of the country and, for that matter, the world. So,
and so he's talking about the 14th Amendment, right? Mm-hmm. And so the 14th Amendment is what gives us citizenship as black people, enslaved people. It gives us citizenship. It also has on there that it disqualifies those who have already held a public office from holding any office if they participate in an insurrection or rebellion against the United States.
That part.
So don't think that he's just talking about changing the 14th Amendment just to be changing the 14th to make he's using what he's always done, and he's using the immigrants. People have this American people have this strong dislike for immigrants, and there's always this, they're gonna come and they're gonna take my job, they're gonna do whatever. But that's just the Trojan horse to get inside and open up this 14th Amendment to change those other things that are in there.
Right, because technically he shouldn't be in office. Yeah, that's a whole nother issue for another day.
And that was also the reason why he made sure that he changed the language and changed the narrative. When people were saying insurrection and the threat on democracy, he come back and said, peaceful protesters, and those are patriots.
Yes, they're patriots.
And so, because you want to make sure that you get that type of language erased.
Yeah.
Because when you start using that type of language, then you start going to the 14th Amendment, and then they can try you based off of that. But the entire time, even though he sat back for hours at the White House and watched them do what they were doing before even saying anything, it is amazing.
The man gave a speech and then said, "Meet me here." And everybody went to the Capitol building. He didn't show up, but he told everybody to go to the Capitol building.
He said, "I'm with you."
And they went in there and tore it up.
They made a right. He made a left.
Yeah.
People died at the Capitol building because of what he told them to go there. And he organized all those people that came to that rally. Organized. They went there. People died. They went in there, went through offices, was going through all types of stuff.
Yeah.
That is a revolutionary act. That is an insurrection right there.
Yes.
That is a coup d'etat that they tried to pull off right then. And then he's sitting over there Oh, it didn't work? Well, I didn't tell him to do that. But had it worked, he would have been right there with him, holding the flag, talking about, this is what I'm talking about. This is what we got to do. No, he's an insurrectionist. He shouldn't even be in office. So he talking about changing the 14th Amendment to go after those that are born here, citizenship, stripping them of that, when he wants to really go in there and change that so he can keep office and people not bring up this insurrection stuff, because there's always a chance that it's going to come up if they have more evidence that says he was strongly supporting it.
Yeah, it is so amazing to me to have the type of disdain that he wants us to have towards immigrants, and he's married to one.
Right.
And
that
like
is
Bailey was
so
saying,
amazing
what did you say,
to
Bailey?
me.
He's only 2 generations here.
He's only 2 generations. His grandfather was the first person coming over here. Yeah. He only 2 generations in.
Wow. Well, Truth Nation, hit us up, 833-212-1017. Let us know what you think about some of the things that President-elect Donald J. Trump says he's going to do on day 1. And a lot of the things that he said on the campaign, he's continuing to double down and say that's exactly what he's going to do. So, hey, what they always say, if somebody tells you who they are or shows you who they are,
believe them.
Believe them. And Donald J. Trump is showing you exactly who he is. More Truth Be Told with Telly after this.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Coming with straight truth.
We have to make sure that when we talk about making change, when you talk about vote, when you talk about these elections, when you talk about how we're going to get ahead, we definitely got to start paying attention to the local process, because these are the processes that are governing our lives.
Yes.
And they got you looking across the street down at Donald Trump. They've got you looking at Project 2025, but you barely got money to stay alive.
Catch the Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
At Old National Bank, they know there is nothing small about keeping up a small business. And that is exactly why they have developed their Empowerment Loan Program to help give people of color and women-owned businesses equal access to funds up to $5 million. This substantial commitment shows that Old National Bank truly believes that every small business deserves the opportunity to change their community in a big way. Learn more today by visiting oldnational.com/empowerment loan. Old National Bank, get old. All loans are subject to credit approval. Minimum loan amount $25,000. Additional program qualifications or restrictions may apply. For full details, contact an Old National small business banker.
Sometimes it takes a breakdown to have a breakthrough. And at Vin Baker Recovery, they understand the power of having real support while you're on that journey to recovery. This is why at Vin Baker Recovery, they customize treatment plans specific for your needs. Vin Baker Recovery provides our community and anyone looking for help with access to mental health care and recovery support, helping you treat addiction. So whether opioid abuse, alcohol, or other controlled substances, Vin Baker Recovery helps you get back to the lifestyle that you know will be the best option for your future. Vin Baker Recovery offers licensed counseling and therapy services to curb the mental health problems that have been impacting our communities for far too long. They provide services like medication-assisted treatment, outpatient care, and hub and spoke services with peer support. So what are you waiting for? Vin Baker Recovery accepts walk-ins and appointments. It's just that easy. Just visit VinBakerRecovery.com. That's VinBakerRecovery.com. They're here to help you win the day.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Busy commute? Surf to Tsunami Express Car Wash. In just 3 minutes, your car will look fresh and ready to get back on the road. Tsunami Express makes cleanup a breeze with state-of-the-art tunnels, free vacuums, mat cleaners, and complimentary detailing supplies. Visit any of their 5 convenient locations in the greater Milwaukee area. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Get your first wash free when you sign up online at tsunamiexpress.com.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with Telly on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to Truth Be Told with Telly. We have Bailey Coleman and Damian LZ in this morning. We've been talking about Donald Trump's, interview that aired on Sunday. And he had a lot to say and a lot to say about what he's going to do once he becomes the 47th president of the United States on January 20th, 2025. And one of those first things he said he will do is pardon the J6 hostages, is what he calls them.
There you go, hostages.
He don't even know how long they've been in jail. He's like, what, they've been in jail, what, 3-4 years?
Yeah, right.
Like, I'm sure they sitting there knowing exactly how many hours they've been in jail.
Exactly.
But there's one thing about it. He's holding up his end of the deal.
I wonder if they're
I'm sure he told them, hey, you stick in there long enough, I'll get you out of there once I get back in.
Yeah, there you go. I'm wondering if they're going to get together again as a choir once they get out and sing.
Oh, gosh.
You think?
Oh,
Can we look
boy.
forward to more songs? Maybe they'll do a whole album.
It is about to...
Maybe they do an album.
Maybe they do an album.
He hook them up with some of those gold sneakers?
Yeah.
Can you still get those gold sneakers?
That was a one-time thing.
That was a one-time thing?
God, no.
Okay.
He just
Yeah, I
needed
know
that
you
money
wanted
real
some
quick.
Telly.
Yeah. What about
I'm
the
sure-
mugshot T-shirts? Can you still get those?
I don't think so. But, I think you
probably can if you check his website.
You probably.
I don't know. I've not checked the website, so.
Yeah. You could.
Any of my MAGA black friends out there, if you check the website, let us know.
Yeah.
I don't want my search.
You could probably still get the Bible.
You don't want somebody to come investigate you and be like, hold on, look at his history. He has a lot of Trump research.
You could probably get the Bible though still. You could probably get the Bible still. Y'all,
He's a hustler.
Church folks.
Wow.
Probably still get the Bible.
And I don't mean that in a good way. He's not a good hustler.
That he held up upside down.
Well, again, he talked about mass deportations. He talked about how he would not break up families, but just send them all back. And
that's thoughtful.
Yeah, but here's the thing with this whole situation. He says a lot of stuff that just isn't possible because do you know how much time and money is going to take to figure out who's all in this country illegally? And if you have a family of 8 and 5 of them are illegal, but 3 aren't. But 3 are you going to go to each household and figure out who's legal and who's not, and then send them all back? That just, to me, it seems like that's, again, another just a lot of talk to feed into a base where they believe everything that he says and then don't hold him accountable to get things done.
Well, they say that, and they say they're going to go to people's workplaces and this and that, all this kind of stuff. And, I feel like, somebody wanted this, right? The people that voted for him they wanted this, right?
Yeah, well,
this is a part of the deal.
They getting it.
It's a part of the deal. They want it. They wanted this for their friends and family.
Well, here in the state of Wisconsin, Governor Tony Evers appeared on Upfront on WISN's Upfront show yesterday, and in an interview, he gave some pushback on a lot of the things that President-elect Donald Trump wants to do, and he did admit that he does want to work with President-elect Donald Trump in the best way possible, but added his administration will push back on Trump's promise of mass deportation, saying, quote, as far as taking people from farms and factories in this state that are the backbone of this economy, that will not work for us. We'll find out if they get that far. I'm not sure they will get that far. I'm not going to prejudge that and stand on I-94 going into Chicago saying you're not going here, but we're going to fight for this, no question about it. That's good to know that in this state, that is something that they're going to try and do. And again, if President-elect Donald J. Trump has it his way, he is going to have these mass deportations and take place as soon as possible. Truth Nation, hit us up, 833-212-1017. Tell us your thoughts about what Governor Evers had to say about this and what's going on in the state of Wisconsin, because basically, if I had to sum it all up, he said, we ain't having that.
We ain't going for it.
we ain't
going for it.
We ain't finna do all that.
We're not doing all of that because he just stated that farms and factories and the workers are the backbone of this economy.
I'm with Evers. That's all I'm going to say.
Too. I just hope it works out right because, I mean.
Yeah. You also with Evers, too, because he said he won't sign the next state budget if the GOP proposal requiring state employees back in the office is included in the final proposal.
Oh,
that's why I'm with Evers.
You love
him.
Tiger Woods fist pump. I'm with Evers.
Because if you recall, it was several weeks ago where Assembly Speaker Robin Vos first proposed the idea. It was actually 2 weeks ago, saying that I know that there's data out there that proves that it is more cost effective to have workers back in the offices, state workers. And
how's that cost effective?
Hey,
for who?
But clearly, Governor Evers is like, no. What we have right now is working.
Yes.
Yes, and then he went on to say, quote, we've heard for years the idea that it's not fair that so many of the people that work for the state of Wisconsin came from Madison, Milwaukee area. And basically, Governor Evers is saying that all the good workers in this state aren't just in Madison and Milwaukee.
Right.
Which may require good workers to work remote. But are you going to deny a good worker just because they can't get to this building as many times a week as you want them to? We have the caller on our True Talking text line. Good morning, the caller. What's your question or comment?
Hey, what's going on, Telly? How are you?
Awesome.
I don't know if you guys can kind of hear it, but this kind of reminds me of when Mexico was going to pay for the wall that he was going to build.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of this is lip service. However, what he's doing is empowering people to bother people. If you're saying, maybe the part about going to people's jobs and harassing certain people, some I believe who may not be illegal immigrants, because if you look like a Haitian, quote unquote, maybe we can, detain you shortly or maybe permanently. Maybe the plan is actually to pretend that people are immigrants who are actually citizens, and once they're out of the country, then what power or financial ability do you have to prove that you're a citizen?
Yeah.
Because it's a whole lot of us who tell you look a little Haitian, my brother, but you famous, so they won't grab you. But, somebody who looks like you, you know what I'm saying?
You look a little Haitian.
We all look a little Haitian because we all came from the same place, you know what I'm saying? So that may be, I believe they're that sinister, the people that surround him, that they would attempt to do something like that. Because if you listen to what he keeps saying we're going to start with the criminals. And then I heard something this morning about denying birthright citizenship for immigrants. Once you pass that, then you can decide who's going to be a citizen, whose parents have been here, or grandparents, or who've been here for generations. You set a precedent. So I think this is all litmus test crap, for people who come after him. That he has surrounding him.
And he just raised a point that's kind of deep. Thank you, brother, for the call. He just raised a point that's kind of deep, though. Mm-hmm. That if your parents are illegal aliens and then their parents were illegal aliens, how far back do you go to determine that you have that natural born citizenship? Mm-hmm. If you have just natural born, where my kid was born here, and so then that person has kids, and that, how far back do you go? See, that's what I'm saying. You just talk and don't realize the
like what it's going to take.
He's just opened up. And
16, 19.
People that are working for him.
Pretty much it.
People that are working for him are like, what are you talking about? If you do that, if you say you can't have natural born citizenship, right? So now you're taking that away. So that means that person is taken away. The person before them is. So it goes back to whomever went through the actual citizenship class.
Yeah.
To become. That's when it stops. Come on, man.
Yeah. But again, you brought up a great point earlier, Dame, that maybe this is a smoke and mirror to get other things changed within the 14th Amendment.
Exactly.
Because each amendment it addresses more than just one thing.
Right.
And so going back to the insurrection and making sure that not only I have to ever worry about that again, but anybody else that I hope to empower do that again. Because let's not forget, he told his voters and supporters that hopefully this will be the last election that you will have to do this.
No, he told them this is it. Once we get past this, you are not going to have to worry about voting again. We got it.
And you know how they do those ratification questions anyway on ballots. They are so vague and so convoluted that you have to actually do research to understand the question. And they do that purposely to confuse those of us who aren't going to do that research, who aren't going to go look it up, who aren't paying attention. And then you just read the question and you're like, oh, yeah. So the question for this one would be, do you think the 14th Amendment should be open for what's the word I'm looking for? Change or whatever. They'll use some crazy different word. But do you think the 14th Amendment should be open for reconsideration by the Congress and the president? And people are going to say, open it up. And then once they do it, then now they're going to go in there and start changing.
And then you can close it. And one thing, we're going to step aside for a break. But before I do, I want to read this text message and just put a question out there for you to kind of chew on during the break. Marcus says, I don't understand. If you are illegal, why shouldn't you get deported? If you go to another country illegally, they will deport you. Okay.
Marcus, this is America.
That's number one. And number two, when did black folks start caring about the border like that?
Right. Exactly.
Back after this.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Bengo made his list and checked it twice. Turns out Bucks fans are really nice. Slay the holidays with a limited time ticket offer that will land you at the top of Bengo's nice list. Score gifts for the Bucks fans in your life. And treat yourself too. Holiday packages feature ticket codes to redeem now or use later. Exclusive Bucks holiday items and an e-gift card that can be used to eat, drink, and be merry at Pfizer Forum. Explore options at bucks.com/deal season.
Now is the perfect time to join the Nextdoor family. Whether you're a parent seeking the best for your child or a professional ready to make a difference. At Nextdoor, children thrive in small classrooms with 2 teachers, exploring art, music, and STEAM. With special needs support, family resources, and kindergarten readiness, every child gets the attention they deserve. And they're also hiring. Enjoy competitive pay, great benefits, and opportunities for personal and professional growth in a fun, welcoming culture. Make a real impact in the community. Join Nextdoor today, where every child, every family, and every team member matters.
More than 6 million kids in the U.S. have ADHD, and many aren't getting the support they need. At understood.org, we can help. Sometimes in class, the only thing your child can focus on are the thoughts racing through their head.
Why am I always falling behind? Why do I feel so alone? So different.
Your child is looking to you for answers. But as a parent, you probably have a lot of questions too. What should I do next? Where do I even start? At understood.org, we provide parents with the resources they need to help kids with ADHD thrive. Your child wants to thrive. Be the reason they do. Visit understood.org/thereason to get started.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other. Leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
They're still going to be backed up along westbound 94 heading through the stadium interchange. So give yourself that extra time there all the way to about 35th or to Mitchell Boulevard. Southbound on 43, an accident just south of Capitol Drive blocking the left lane, really causing delays from Silver Spring on down. Eastbound side of 94 is going to be heavy from 92nd Street all the way through to 35th Street. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, morning clouds, then partly cloudy skies, a high of 50. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low of 30. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Loziga on 101.7 The Truth.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with Telly on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to Truth Be Told with Telly. We have guest co-host Bailey Coleman and Damian LZ in the building. Truth Nation, continue to hit us up, 833-212-1017. You can always stream and watch us live on YouTube and at 1017thetruth.com. And I just threw a question out there before the break in case you missed it. And we were talking about Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers, who appeared on WISN's Upfront show, and he rebutted saying, hey, I do plan on working with President-elect Donald J. Trump on some things, but the mass deportation thing, I don't know about that. He's going to have to come correct on that. And then furthermore, Governor Evers went on to say that he would not support a bill that was proposed by Assembly Speaker Robin Vos to require state employees back in the office, I think he said between 3 to 4 times at least a week.
That's crazy.
And so,
as a person that works from home, I just want to state that more work takes place. People that work from home are happier. They work more freely. They work better than they do if you make them come to the office. That's just my point in that. And also, I also want to say, I applaud Governor Evers because he's finally snapped back at Vos. He finally told Vos, you ain't the governor. When you become governor, you can make those decisions. You ain't the governor. He need to focus on, he told Vos, I'm paraphrasing here, he needs to focus on, he's not even the senator, he's not even in the state senate, he's in the House for the state, and from what I know, they just lost a bunch of seats. So he needs to focus on that and quit focusing on what the governor does. I cheered when I saw that because Vos be talking mad crazy.
Oh,
right?
He does.
And it's always some Vos this, Vos that. I'm glad Evers snapped back on him. Evers dropped the humble teacher mentality and picked up the I'm on this right now. And I love that. And I want to see him do more of that because that's what the Democratic Party in Wisconsin needs. That's what the Democratic Party needs in general.
Yeah.
But him snapping back at Vos and quit letting them run ramshot over everything, I love that.
Yes, and in his statement, Governor Evers said, quote, I know that Speaker Vos has got all this data, and I can't wait to see it. But the fact of the matter is, I think it's important for the state to be open to having people working from home, especially in parts of the state that we haven't had a chance. Not all the good workers are in the Madison and Milwaukee area.
There you go.
Absolutely.
There you go.
And so they've been making a concerted effort to get more people from across the state, and being that now they can hire these quality candidates from across the state because they don't have to come to Madison all of the time. They don't have to be here. They don't have to relocate and then go home on the weekend and all of that. They can work from home. And now you get a wider spectrum of the entirety of the state, and it helps us as people getting more of that to happen.
You just want to work from home.
I'm gonna stay working from home. I'm gonna go in the office, but
for those that love to work from home, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're like me, I like going into the office. But if I had to drive all the way to Madison,
that's all I'm saying.
I ain't trying to be a part of that.
Yeah. Marcus had a question, but I think this is a question he can answer for himself. But Marcus says, I got a question. If an illegal immigrant commits a crime in America, do they go to jail while we pay for it, or do you deport them with no consequences?
Well, Marcus, darling.
Marcus, let's speak frankly, Marcus.
Right. Like I said, I think that you can answer that question yourself. Yeah.
He's asking for a friend.
Well, yeah. I don't think he said that. He said, I got a question. And I think you can answer that question, because here's the thing, and the question I had before the break was, when did black people start caring about the border like that?
Nobody, no one, not until,
no one.
Who was like, oh man, we got to make sure the border's right. We got to make sure that nobody's coming over here. No, because you didn't want them jobs anyway.
No,
you was not finna go out here and pick no oranges or
and not
grapes
that those. We don't want to be like Trump and say those are Latino jobs.
Exactly, they're not.
But there are jobs that they are taking.
Yes.
So keep going, baby.
Yeah, I mean that's real. Hey, I've picked a strawberry or two in my life. I've gone out there and done some of those because I wanted to.
Listen here.
I wanted to experience that. I wanted to kick it.
The question that he said was before the break when you mentioned about when you said that and why are we letting them in and this, that, and that. This is America.
Exactly.
And I don't want to sound like a patriot because I'm not. But if you understand the American dream, which I don't believe in, but if you understand the way that this country was built, this is America. Well, if you make it here, if you can make it to the shores of America, you're free. This is the land of the free.
The home
freedom.
of the brave.
Across the world.
The melting pot.
Across the world, thank you. Across the world, we tell people all of the time, if you can get here, this is the place to be. This is where you want to be. Now we're going to tell them, except for you. Everybody else can come. But y'all on the South, y'all can't come.
Yeah, I can't
y'all
come.
From Haiti, y'all can't come. But from Yugoslavia, if it don't exist no more. But all these other European countries and all this other stuff,
it's all good.
Oh, it's still America.
Yes.
For you, it ain't America.
No.
And that just lets you know the way that American society has treated those of color for so long. And that's why it's so disheartening for us to have a disconnect between black and brown communities in America, and it being shown in the voting records that took place for Trump, because that's just divide and conquer. Because if we were all together and understood what was happening to us as a whole, we would be able to change things. Because even if you do it just through the voting, our voting numbers would be able to change things, and we would be able to get people in office that would be able to change things. But as long as we allow them to separate us and we believe the stuff that they push on us that would make those Latino men think that Trump was not going to do the stuff that Trump said he was going to do when he got in office, that he was going to somehow turn into Che Guevara and be all for the Latino men. It's ridiculous. You know?
It is so.
And he got in office and he's doing what he said he was going to do.
Yeah.
He's going to deport you.
And y'all voted for him.
And your family. If he come in your house and one of your cousins is in your house and they illegal, he gonna deport you too and say, "Oh, we didn't want to split up the family." I don't like that, cousin.
We want to keep the family together.
We gonna keep the family together.
That's so sweet of him, huh?
It is.
Nice of Trump.
It's so thoughtful of him. This time, We're keeping the family together. Now, last time we had some issues, but this time I'm looking out for y'all.
And
we
even in doing that, what he's doing is he's dividing them even more.
Yeah.
So now those that have citizenship and have gone through the classes and were born here and whatever the case may be, he's dividing them from the ones that are coming across the border, because now he's like, they gonna mess it up for you.
Yeah.
You want them to mess it up for you?
Yeah.
So whereas they would come across the border and they would have some place to stay if they got there with these family members and things like that, they would be able to do that. Now they can't do that no more. You come across that border, you're on your own. We're gonna have you over here doing whatever. Now just imagine doing black migration from the south to the north. When we came up north, we had some place to stay. There was cousins or something. What if they would have determined that you got these black folks coming up here from down south? We don't want them, so now you in trouble too. So if you mess up, we gonna send you back down to Mississippi with them.
Yeah. That's crazy. It's crazy. And when you were just talking, you just reminded me of something that Trump did the first time, which was, remember when he had that Muslim ban?
Oh, yeah.
Come on, man.
Come on. You know that coming back.
But what was funny, when he was asked, he was like, that's not a Muslim ban, but you ban people from traveling here from any of the countries where you know that they practice Islam.
Right. Exactly.
No, that's just from this country, that country, that country. It had nothing to do with the Muslims.
It was like 13 of the most prominent Muslim countries in the world.
Right.
Like, y'all can't come here.
Y'all ain't.
So he doesn't have a ban on, it's not a ban on my immigration. It's truly just a ban on black and brown people that want to come into this country because of the demographic numbers that are changing in this country, and they want to somehow maintain those demographic numbers. So they stop them from coming in here. But I guarantee you, those white Latino people ain't having no trouble getting in.
Not at all.
Them Cubans, they ain't having no trouble. You white, you can come on in.
But
it's the darker ones. It's the darker ones that they don't want in.
But now, I don't know.
Nah.
We don't see.
Because they married. They will.
Don't see.
And I might get in trouble for saying this, but it's talk radio and Al can't call, so I'm gonna speak it for Al. Listen. They want to marry them white Latino people and increase their numbers and have assimilation via them and increase their numbers so their demographic numbers can stay up. They can't do it when they start marrying, because black people was all over the diaspora.
Yeah.
So you had slaves in Mexico, you had slaves in South Central America, you had slaves in South America, you had slaves all over the place. More slaves went to those countries than came to America. So when you know that and you know the history of it, they don't want them here because they know that's going to come back up. So now it's not a browning of America. It's not a whitening of America anymore. It's a browning of America, and they don't want that browning of America. They want to save themselves.
Yes. And that's one of the reasons why they want to ban abortions, because we want to make sure that the white population stays the majority.
Yeah,
and they know if at this rate that is not going to be the case. And what do you do to stop it from, growing even more? You do ban people that are brown and black from coming into this country, because it's like, hey, they're here illegally, or hey, what are they running from? But I thought this was, we welcome your sick, we welcome your poor. Isn't that some of the things that the Statue of Liberty, you're tired and you're poor, and it's so funny because during Trump's interview, he's like, hey, you got to know something about it. You got to know what the Statue of Liberty is. I'm like, fool, you don't even know what the Statue of Liberty is. Right. And you've seen the Statue of Liberty every day of your life for probably the first 60 years until you moved to Florida. Yeah. But anyway.
He probably don't know it was a slave at first. A black woman slave.
No.
He don't know.
He don't know.
So
know that.
we have to stay focused and not just let people tell you anything and then you believe it, because this so-called black jobs thing didn't come up until Trump said something.
Right. Yeah.
And then you got other black people that are like, yeah, they are taking our jobs. And they are coming over here illegally now. I ain't even think of it that way. And the only black job that Trump has ever shown America to have is the director of HUD.
Yes, there it is.
That's the only black job that we know that is a black job, because that's the only job a black person has gotten under the Trump administration. When we come back, we're going to wrap things up and have our Truth of the Matter. Keep it locked right here on Truth Be Told with Telly.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. On Wednesday night, we have a clash of Horizon League rivals as the Milwaukee Panthers travel to Green Bay to take on their conference rival, the UW Green Bay Phoenix.
Lob it up, and Darius Duffy with a dunk. An alley-oop will bring the crowd to their feet. Panthers push. Stillwell a leaner. Stillwell counted and one. Jermichael Stillwell.
Scott Warris has the coverage Wednesday starting at 5:30 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 6 o'clock.
It's almost that time. The Black and Diverse Gala featuring the pitch finale. Thursday, December 19th, 5 to 9 p.m. at the Deco. The Wisconsin Black Chamber is about to change another life and award the first place winner of the pitch finale with $10,000. Second place, $7,000. Third place, $3,000. There will also be great food, a wine tasting of the wines made by our Black Winemaker Chicago Day Trip participants, entertainment, vendors, networking, and just an all-around great vibe. Join the Wisconsin Black Chamber of Commerce in celebrating another great year at our Black and Diverse Gala featuring the pitch finale. Tickets go on sale November 22nd. Visit twbcc.com to purchase tickets so you don't miss out on what we have going on.
Okay, Fred, so I got some questions.
What's up?
Where should I go if I want to start my own business?
You go to EerieInsurance.com.
Okay, Fred, so where should I go if my kid needs an internship? Or if I need a job, where do I go?
You go to EerieInsurance.com.
Okay, so what if I want to work for a company that believes in diversity, has great benefits, and growth for people like us?
You already know. It's EerieInsurance.com.
Man, so Fred, I just need to go to Erie Insurance?
Go to EerieInsurance.com for all that you need.
It's amazing!
Backed by popular demand, Shawnee's Exquisite Catering is once again taking your holiday gathering to the next level. And not only are they bringing back their traditional holiday meals, but they're adding something new and just as delicious: seafood dressing. And of course, they'll have their family meal deal. Book now for fresh, flavorful dishes that will make your holiday season unforgettable. Pickup and delivery is available as well, so all you have to do is enjoy your holiday. Contact Shawnee's Exquisite Catering at 414-216-3469. Happy holidays! Saving energy and money is easier than you think. Here are 2 simple things you can do to reduce your energy use and lower your energy bill. Use thermal curtains to reduce each room's energy loss by up to 25%, and make sure vents aren't blocked by furniture or rugs to improve airflow and comfort. Simple, smart savings. Get more energy-saving tips at WeEnergies.com.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with Telly on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
All right, Truth Nation, been another great show. We hope you have enjoyed it, and we are going to get to our Truth of the Matter. We've been talking about a lot of different things this morning, and before we get to it, I just want to hit the the talking text line one more time. Grant says, good morning. The director of HUD, Donald Trump appointed, happened to be Dr. Ben Carson, a neurosurgeon. I am very familiar with that, Grant, and that's the reason why I said it, because how in the world you have a brain surgeon as the Department of Housing and Urban Development. And
that's
then
right in his wheelhouse.
Again.
Right, exactly.
But you have people that just come up with some type of conspiracy theory, and you make him over HHS. You make him over the FDA and every. Yeah, I don't know if we make it make sense, but I think D Wood says, why are we showing so much compassion for a group of people who've never shown any compassion for us?
Who are we showing? She talking about Latino people?
I'm not sure where
because I know
that
she's not talking about pedophiles.
Yeah. Well, I know D was gonna have to be a little more detailed than that because we talked about a lot of things, and I'm not sure where that comment fits in.
Exactly.
Right. We need to clear that up before I.
But again, Truth Nation, we appreciate all your engagement, and as always, continue to hit us up. Be a part of the conversation, 833-212-1017, and stream and watch us live on YouTube and at 1017thetruth.com. And with that, it's time for our Truth of the Matter. Bailey Coleman?
Okay, I got two sayings.
You got time today.
All that glitters is not gold. And the other part, the proof is always in the pudding. So in other words, just because of all of this is being said about people like Jay-Z, doesn't mean that it's the truth. We got to wait, find out what's in the pudding, what shakes out. Diddy, we kind of saw what shook out. It's a little crazy. A little crazy.
Pause.
So we can... but you see what I'm saying. The other thing is, people are messing around. They messed around with their vote. They're about to find out. If, something happens with your family, sorrows.
All right. Thank you, Bailey.
There you go.
Appreciate it. Dame, what is your truth of the matter?
Bailey's waving that 92% flag for the rest of these 4 years. If you know,
waving it right here.
If you know, you know. My truth of the matter is that we cannot allow people to divide us. We cannot allow division to come through and wreck any semblance of us building anything in this country, anything in our community. And that is the play that they are running on so many different levels, whether it be the state level, whether it be the federal level, whether it be in our communities. They are dividing and conquering us, because if we truly understand who the enemy is of us, it's those at the top, that 1%, that is making 70% of the money. That 1%, when you look at it, the CEO for United Healthcare got popped, pow, shot on the street, right? When you look at the comments for that, people are like, that's okay because he's the one that's making it so that I can't get my health care. Wow. He's the one that's doing it. And that type of sentiment right there, I'm not saying it's bad, I'm not saying it's good, but I'm saying we need to be unified for ourselves and go at those people that are making the decisions and making it happen bad for us. Boom.
Yeah. Thank you for that, Dame. And I tell you what, to piggyback off of that, with that CEO getting shot, that was still someone's husband. That was still, he was still a father of two.
Yes.
And so regardless of what you think or how you feel about what industry he was in, that was still someone's family member. But my truth of the matter is, I just feel like it's so interesting that we can have something happen and it's not even a month later, we totally forget about it. Yeah. And I'm talking about Jay-Z being named in this lawsuit. People are going to jump and say, oop, I knew he was doing this. I knew he was doing that. And we just learned, and this woman, Jonathan Majors' ex-girlfriend, just came out and said she lied after ruining this man's career.
Right.
And what did we do as a community? Man, he should have been messing with that white girl anyway. That's what he get.
Yep.
Regardless of the fact that all of this were lies, all of these things were lies. Mm-hmm. So let's just practice patience and grace and let things come out before we start saying, I told you so.
Yep.
Because no one came out and said anything about when that woman said she was lying in Jonathan Majors' defense. Like all the people that were hating on him, you didn't hear anything about that.
Nope.
And the entire time he's sitting back saying, I knew she was lying the whole time. What do I have to do? You guys saw a video of me running away from her, and y'all still said I'm guilty.
Yep.
Come on now. We got to do better. Again, let's learn from things, not just go through things and see things happen and don't learn anything from it. If there's anything that we should take away from the Jonathan Majors situation, and that it should be, let's be more patient.
Yes.
That is my truth of the matter. Again, Bailey Coleman, Damian LZ, appreciate the love as always. Another good show. Truth Nation, keep it locked right here on 1017 The Truth. Up next is The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. Peace out.
Peace.
This is Sherwin Hughes from The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. And Truth Nation, you can now watch my show live on YouTube every day from 9 a.m. until noon. Yep, you can get 3 full hours of watching Sherwin doing his thing streaming live on YouTube Monday through Friday. You'll get the same insightful conversations about policy, politics, and lifestyle while also seeing my reaction to the unpredictability of our listeners. So go to YouTube right now and subscribe to 1017 The Truth and see this wonderful smile live every day.
It started with a prediction.
We'll go out there and play basketball and win.
And how many games?
6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on Bucks.com.